Alright, so let's do some work on the quiz review here. We're going to write a very large number in both scientific and standard notation. So I'm going to start with standard. So a very large number would be like 715 million. Alright, that's my standard notation. And then scientific, 7.15, because I want my decimal point there, times 10. And this is going to be a positive number. So 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th power. Alright, same thing down here. I'm going to write a very small number. So my very small number has a bunch of zeros out in front, and then say 32. So I want my decimal point right here, so 3.2 times 10 to the negative 7 power. Alright, let's do another one. So evaluate. So I'm going to multiply this. This is multiplication here, not addition. This one's going to be division. So first I'm going to multiply these two together out front. 3.2 times 4. That's 12.8. Use your calculator if you're not sure. And then to find this number right here, it's 5 plus 5, because this is 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 5th, so I add those together, 10 to the 10th. This is not in scientific notation though, so I've got to move that decimal point over 1, and then this goes up 1. So 1.28 times 10 to the 11th power. Alright, next, I'm going to break this into two different parts. 7 divided by 3, that gives me 2.33, and it keeps on going. I'm going to stop right there. Times 10, so this gives me the 2.33. This is going to tell me what to write up here. So this is division, so I subtract the power. So 10 minus 3, 7. Find the degree of each polynomial. We're clipping right along here. So the degree of this term, that's 3 plus 1, that's 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 plus 2, that's 5. So I take the highest one. So the degree of this one is 5. The degree of this polynomial, because there's no x or y or any variables out behind the constant, the degree of any constant is just 0. Alright, arrange these terms so they're in descending order. So that's highest to lowest. So the highest, I'm looking at the powers of x now. There's a 2, 4, 1, and then a 0, so the highest is right here. The negative sign is going to stick with that term. So I write that first. Negative 3, x to the 4th, y, z. Then I'm looking for the next highest, 2, 1, 0, so I go here next, so plus, because there's no negatives, so that's a plus. 13, x squared, y. And then between these two, this one's the highest, so plus 10 x squared y plus 12 at the end. Alright, find each sum or difference. This one's going to be a sum because I'm adding. I'm going to add the like terms, the p squares. So negative 4 p squared plus p squared. Negative p plus 3p. So negative p plus 3p, and then positive plus 9 plus negative 1, so minus 1 or plus negative 1. So then I combine these, I get negative 3p squared. Combine these, plus 2p, that's 3 and negative 1. And then plus positive 9 and negative 1 is 8. Alright, here for this one, negative x squared minus, and then here's the x squared right here, so 2x squared plus 3x. I'm putting plus because there's a plus right there, plus 3x minus 5x. Now I simplify. So this gives me negative 3x squared, that's this, plus 3x and negative 5x, so that's negative 2x. So I'm just going to get rid of that plus sign. Okay, let's do another one. 2w squared. There's no w squared over here, so that just stays 2w squared. And then I've got negative 3w minus 4w and 1 minus negative 7. So 2w stays again because I can't simplify. There's no like terms here. And I've got minus 7w and plus 1 minus negative 7, so that's plus positive. Last one, I'm adding, this is a sum, so I get 7t squared plus t squared plus 2 plus negative 7, and then minus t plus negative 2t, so I get 8t squared minus 5 minus 3t.